flakiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Missouri Tigers, taking on last year's national champion, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Gamecocks offense comes onto the field first today. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better.
He's going to go for a big one. Oh, what a grab, putting it in with one hand. Oh, it's a save. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, South Carolina.
That is how you start a football game. My guy's really fast, really good. I'm going to feature him, give him the football, and he will do the rest. One play, one superstar, one touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Missouri Tigers offense has the ball for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Going to swing it on second down. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Here's the pressure. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll take it on the return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll run it on first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. 2nd and goal for the offense. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Bunch formation for these receivers. To the air on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that 1st down. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. So Missouri will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And he put 2 touchdowns on. In the early going and now right back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Gonna take a shot. Catch in stride inside the 15. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabs it in the middle. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And the defense, got him at the 27. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They
catch inside the 30 and still running. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. They dialed up the perfect call, splendid execution. Now they've got it threatening 1st and 10 from the 27. They're working that left side. There he goes. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. The throw. Firing to the right, complete. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Virginia is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Clemson. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Phyllis?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Here comes the heat. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. So Missouri will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and look for room. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. This offense has it with really good field position. Off-play action on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll give it to the back. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's what...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. So here they come going for it on 4th and long. The aftershocks of that earlier sack still reverberating. Under fire. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. Turning it on! And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run it from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. It's complete, and he
This offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Here's a heat. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passes. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And that's okay. The offense coordinator is not upset because, listen, quarterback decision-making, find your guys, find your matchups. He's made big plays already. He's already put up a game's worth of stats. Continue to find that guy.
He's got it, 1st down and more. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. They needed a bunch on 4th down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get aggressiveness. We get aggressiveness. We want to be aggressive.
Looking for the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw it. A shot toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Fires downfield. Got his man. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Fires to the wideout. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Snagged out of the air. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Wants to go up top. A strike downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Catch inside the 25. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. He'll pull it on the read. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Watching this DB on film, I just love his ability to break on the ball, and I think he was anticipating on 3rd and long that time, the offense throwing it right around the sticks. So he was able to drive on the football and secure that interception.
He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
South Carolina.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment defense.
Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. From the gun, looking for a man. Snagged in the middle, it's Cherry. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. They got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Hauls it in at the 40. He gets a block. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Looking to throw on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Zings it complete to the right. Snowed under by the defense. The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on first down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game. Let him make something happen and set up second and short.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the foot. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Central Michigan needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and Mount Pleasant behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Northern Illinois. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the pressure was too
seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing.
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He will make the fair catch just a few yards shy of midfield. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Lofts one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard.
Lofts one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And this guy has been so important to this defense, the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback's eyes. He almost picked that last one.
He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. This time on target. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, South Carolina! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like, that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on its 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense...
He's running free down the middle. The 30, the 20. Touchdown Tigers. He got a step and just dusted the field.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he added the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped that one off in style, a 74-yarder for the score.
9.
On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
From the gun, using his legs to buy some time. He makes the grab for the 2. I don't know why you need to go for 2 there, but they do, and it's successful. Can't do it much better than that. Get the kickoff return, take it 98 to the house, and put a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Working that left side. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, and at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Rush is on him. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And this is really the story of the game. This offense has no chance in the passing game because they cannot protect the quarterback. All game long, he's been under duress. You got to give the defense a ton of credit.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Hold on.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. 2nd down coming up.
Here we go.
Back to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Snags it down the right side. Right down the middle. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made the extra point without problem. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. New Mexico State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Aggie Memorial Stadium, one of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to New Mexico. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you...
Oh, he's got some space. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Creates a little space. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Leaves it with the running back. He breaks a tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front, how good their pass rush has been.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Fires one high and deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the defense is starting to figure it out, I think. It's taken them some time. This guy already has 2 touchdown catches. That time, though, they were in a better position in coverage to force the incompletion.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground. Get what you can get and live to play another day.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Give to the single back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And the returner will be brought down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is.
He's got it inside the 30. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
The outstanding game has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Quarterback adapting. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And the Gamecocks will try to move the chains on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way. Drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Bringing the heat. Turns it loose. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and where's that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way.
Going for it all. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
And back to the air on 2nd down. He's not afraid to go deep. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
Extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Central Michigan is in trouble. Check that. They're in a world of trouble because unless I'm reading that scoreboard wrong, that does not look very good. They're trailing by 15 to Northern Illinois. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big on the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
Setting up the screen. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that. The field, take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense, make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes the grab. Breaks into the open. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Missouri really moving on offense, set up with another first down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Back to pass on second down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Unloads to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the
defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out. They've run.
He's going to throw deep right side. Makes the grab inside the 30. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Out of the end zone. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's up. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Wants to throw on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. There he goes. He smashes his way through again. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard. big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, here we go.
To the air on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. Now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed. And get ready to play the pass.
Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is... the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love it.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snags it on the right. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Now from inside the red zone. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Fires toward the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Fires to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. We're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That will put the wrap on things from here for David Pollack.
game.